What's going on, guys? So, I don't plan on doing anything with the bus this week except moving it to the backyard. So, I got a pretty cool plan in motion right now. So, as I've said in previous videos, I do want to start a new project. And not that I'm quitting on the bus or nothing. I mean, the bus will get finished. But to be able to keep you guys new content and just constant things going, and the fact that I would like to start a new project and just have a blast with it, I am in the process of purchasing a rat rod. It's not a rat rod yet, but it should be a hell of a rat rod. So the plan is to go pick it up Saturday, and it is 3 hours, 45 minutes away. It's in Missouri. And it is a 1928 Ford Model A. And the top is actually already chopped. I don't know if it's a 3 or a 4 inch chop, but it has been chopped. I haven't got a very good look at it. I mean, I've seen the pictures, and the body's decent. It's for almost a damn near 100-year-old car. Pictures do look okay. It's actually sitting in a garden, and it has flower baskets hanging all over it. So it's been somebody's yard art for quite a few years. So I'm actually going to take Timmy, and we're going to take his trailer, and we're going to ride up there, and we're going to pick this thing up. Hopefully. Now, this is all saying this before. I mean, today's Wednesday. So I'm really hoping the guy doesn't sell it before then. But it's going to take about 6-7 hours of drive time, so we need to make a day out of it. And I'm not going to take off work to do it. So Saturday morning, we're going to head up there and do that. But until then, I'm actually going to move the bus to the backyard and get everything straightened up in the garage to where I can actually just put this car in the garage and just start messing with it. Now, I have a couple ideas with it. A Ford Model A, whether it just be the two-door or the coupe or whatever. I mean, there's hundreds of rat rods already made out of that body style. So the idea is to make it different, but that's going to be pretty difficult. A Volkswagen Beetle, that was pretty easy. And this bus it wasn't easy, but you don't see too many of them. So I still don't know what way I'm going to go with this one yet. But I'm kind of brainstorming, drawing some ideas up, and hopefully get something out there. So, but that's the plan so far. We're going to go up there. If it's not sold, pick it up Saturday, and I'm going to get everything straightened out and ready to bring it home. So hopefully I'll see you guys Saturday. But until then, I'll see you. All right, guys. It's Saturday, about 5:30 in the morning. I'm actually headed to Timmy's house. We're going to hop in his pickup. He's got the trailer hooked up already. And we're going to drive out to this place. So 3 hours and 34 minutes is what it says. So we're going to head out there, try and get this thing loaded up, and tie her down and bring her back to the house. So I'll keep you updated as we go, but pretty excited. So anyways, we're going to head out there here in a bit. 3.5 hours of driving. I think we're here. Address says somewhere else, but I think this is it. Got a little bit of Bondo. Doors are welded shut. I'm actually missing this. This thing's gonna be neat. I'm pretty excited. Been sitting here for a bit. Yeah, this whole thing here is a big garden. What it is.
Oh, 6, 7 years ago.
Okay.
And pretty much the way it is. I had the motor and stuff for it at one time.
Did you have flathead and all that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ran across a guy at one time that was wanting the motor and transmission, so I sold that to him. And I had it sitting in the garage, and I was gonna make a rat rod out of it. And
Did you guys chop the top and all that?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I'd never chopped anything, and
Yeah.
I did it just to see if I could do it.
Yep.
And as you can tell, I don't know how to weld, but
I'm not the best either. Don't worry about it.
Watched some videos and stuff, about how to chop, and it was an experience. It was an experience.
Well, that's the idea that I got going with it. So it's going to be a rat rod, but.
So yeah, when I moved here, I just set it out here for yard art. I didn't do much with it this year. Last year I had, flowers planted all around it. It looked pretty cool,
I mean, that's how a bunch of them are. They're sitting in somebody's yard. Nobody wants to sell them.
Yeah.
He texted me back and said, that's what he's using it for.
Yeah, that's exactly what I used it for. But, the old car it's actually pretty solid as far as not being rusted out.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at, man. It's really not too bad.
Not too bad. I mean, it's beat up a little bit. I did notice that this cowl up here, when I was messing with some stuff,
Yeah.
it's kind of tweaked a little bit.
Okay.
You can kind of see here where it comes in. I couldn't get it to line up, and then it's missing that door hinge pin down there. I just welded the doors on it when I chopped it to keep everything kind of lined up,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of like you, man. I never have chopped nothing, so I've seen plenty of them be chopped, but.
Right.
So. So you looking to get rid of the whole thing or just the body?
Whole thing.
Whole thing?
Whole thing's got to go. I'm moving, and
that'll work, man.
I'm moving, and the whole thing's got to go.
Well.
Hey, fellas. How you doing? Pretty good, man.
I figure we'll figure out somehow to pull up here and we'll get this thing loaded up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Saw the water pump too.
Yeah, water pump. Oh yeah, there's some pretty cool old exhaust dumps there too. Can't reach it to see that thing right there.
Yeah.
There's a pair of them. They're old school homemade exhaust dumps.
Yeah, the cable ones
cutouts.
you can pull.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't. Yeah. They just got a flapper.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's 800.
Right.
I'll let you count that. Do whatever you need to. So.
What's that? What's that bike? That's the 24 speed. Yeah, man. Sure. Yeah. Don't like it, but that was scary. Yeah.
Well, we're loaded up. Talk to these guys for a minute, but it'll be cool. Yeah. Well, stopped in there to get some fuel here, but figure we'll check this thing out real quick. Cool thing is it's actually cleaning itself, so there's a clutch. All this crap laying back here. It looks like we pissed off some wasps too. Oh yeah, we did. I'm not trying to get it stung, so we'll look at this thing when they fly away. But yeah, almost there. Well, we're back at the house. Timmy said that he's about to bear hug this thing and take it off the trailer. So he said that I can just stand back here and watch. No, we're gonna try and get it in there and get a little bit better look at it. The body's already separated from the frame. So luckily, just gotta take the strap off and the whole body should just come up. I think we got rid of most of the wasps on the way down here. We're gonna find out when we lift it up. Anywho. All right, guys. It's got hot out today. I mean, not like 110 degree hot, but it's hotter than it has been. And unloading this thing was a pain. But It's here at the house. Got it unloaded. It's pretty sweet seeing it in the garage. So typically whenever I look at a rat rod, or think of a rat rod, a Model A coupe or two-door or whatever is one of the first things I think of. And honestly, I never really looked too hard for one, just for the fact that they're pretty damn expensive. And if you can find some of them, they're usually in 2, 3, 4, 38 pieces. But luckily this one wasn't. It is missing a couple things, but that's all right. I have the main structure of what I need. So actually being able to buy one, and actually I just found this. I mean, it was on Marketplace, price looked right, message guy, and he sat on it for a couple days, really hoping that he wouldn't sell it. Because I messaged him Tuesday, and then today, Saturday, we were able to go get it. So I was happy that he still had it. And thinking about it all week, I mean, I had thoughts on how rough it would be and all that crap, which isn't a big deal because I don't care how bad a car is. If I want to make a rat rod out of it bad enough, I'm going to bust my ass and make it work. So to see that this one is in pretty good shape, it's a pretty good feeling. I mean, we got a really good start on one, and I'll go and show you it real quick. A couple things on it. So, I mean, you got a few dents here and all that stuff, but this car's almost 100 years old, so that's fine. Now, one of the biggest rust points in these cars is actually that, right where I'm pointing. This one still has the Ford stamped badge right there, so that's pretty cool. None of that stuff is actually rusted out. So the entire bottom of this car is in actually really good shape. So over there though, you can see that panel. That's the roughest panel on this car. And it's still not in that bad of shape. So this is going to be a really good builder. Now, he did chop the top. I didn't actually talk on this too much whenever we were looking at the car. We were trying to figure out how we're going to load it. So it is chopped. I don't know how much of a chop he's taken out of it. I haven't measured it or anything like that. But I do know that the doors are still welded. And that was to keep it structurally sound whenever he cut the top off. I'm guessing. I mean, like I said, I haven't chopped one. So this is all guesstimations. But before I actually release the doors and cut the welds and all that crap, I'm going to run bars across here, sturdy this thing up, do one in the middle, and then do one down the center. And that should stiffen the car up to where it shouldn't move too much. And I'll redo most of the welds around the front pillars here. The back is not too terribly bad, so I may grind off some spots, just kind of weld onto those a little bit. And I'll do the stitching. So I'll run the stitching how I had the bug. That was pretty cool whenever I had it. It was neat. And then whenever we get ready for this thing to be mobile, I am going to build a stand here to where I can roll it on casters, stuff like that, until we get a frame. So, frame. I'll find me an old square body, use that frame, cut it in different sections where I need to, and shorten the wheelbase. And we're going to put this thing up in the air. I've seen plenty of them lowered, and they're badass. They're really cool, don't get me wrong. Having them air ride, all that stuff, super cool. But typically around here, if I want to have a driver, it's going to be on gravel. I mean, it's going to be, there's not a straight road here. So I want it up in the air, be able to take it where I want to. If I want to run it through a ditch, I can run it through a ditch. Just have that cool off-road aspect of it would be really neat. And so that's what I'm aiming for. I want to get this thing up probably 6-9 inches. Put either 35s or 37s on it. Have a pretty mean looking stance on it. And just have a good running engine transmission. Something that we can hop in it and drive 2 hours if we want. I really want to make a driver. My past builds haven't. You can't really trust them taking them down the road. They're cool, but they're not reliable. This thing, I want reliability out of it. So that's what we're going to aim for. Super excited. You know, I mean, the Bug was an awesome build. It was really cool. The Braxton truck, it was okay. I mean, the purpose of it was really cool. But the Bug was sweet. I mean, it was badass. But I was afraid to drive it more than a couple miles because I wasn't sure if anything would come apart. It had no suspension. I mean, there's 35-inch tires, 15 inches wide on a Volkswagen axle. You know, I mean, I didn't update the front axle, didn't do nothing except disc brakes. It was pretty rough. Braking was awful on it. And as far as the bus, it's not a driver, period. There's no possible way. The amount of danger in that thing is pretty ridiculous. So it's going to make a good show vehicle. But as far as this car, like I said, I want to make it a driver. It's going to be sweet. So really looking forward to this build. Pretty psyched about it. Really glad that you guys are actually going to be able to follow this build. So I look forward to it. Really look forward to getting it moving on this thing. If I could have it driving and ready to go in 6 months, I would be ecstatic. I mean, that's going to be right around springtime. Car show season is going to start, and all the cruises and everything else like that. Nice weather. It'll be badass to drive it around. So that's the plan. But anyways, so I know this isn't a very long video. Appreciate Timmy going with me and helping me get this thing loaded up and stuff. Pretty cool. Glad that my wife can actually sit here and deal with this time of crap. So it'll be cool. We'll both enjoy it. It'll be cool to enjoy it with Axel, and it's just gonna be fun. So I'm gonna be very honest about prices on this thing. So this alone, with the frame and all that crap's getting cut up. I'm gonna keep the front I-beam, but the rest of it's gonna be cut up. Just scrap it. And a lot of people are gonna be opposed to it, but whatever, I don't care. It's in my yard and I don't want it there. So we're gonna haul it off. But as far as pricing, I will be very open about this. The entire build, this is $800 for this entire thing. So to me, that's a pretty good deal. But we're gonna get this thing rocking and rolling, and I'm excited for you guys to be a part of the journey. So as of right now, that's it for this week, and we're gonna get to busting down on this thing. So I appreciate you guys. Take it easy.